Hello everyone and welcome to the Email Marketing webinar. My name is Jennifer and I will be your facilitator today. This call may be monitored for customer service quality assurance purposes. In this session, we will be reviewing the email marketing tool, which enables us to create email marketing campaigns and send them to customer contact lists. Let's get started. Our first step is to open up our browser and go to ESP. We can do this by going to search esp.com, hit enter. We're going to enter our login information here, and then we'll click on the login button. Now we'll see the ESP web homepage, and we're just going to come right over here to this email marketing tab. What we're looking at right now is the homepage of the email marketing tab, which is also known as the dashboard. We can navigate through the application using this toolbar right here. Let's just review what each of these things is real quick. You have your campaign section, and these are the actual emails that are sent to recipients. The templates are the layouts of the campaigns. So there are supplier flyers to choose from and customize, and we also have the ability to create our own. We're going to be going over how to do both of those in just a little bit. The list section is where we can create lists with contact email addresses to send our campaigns to. And then you have the settings, which is information about us, the user, including any social media links for our company. So let's come down here on the dashboard page, and we can choose where we want to get started. We can create a new campaign directly from here, or we can start by creating a list right from here. You can also view a quick start video if you want to, but since you're watching this webinar, we're going to skip the video for today. We're going to come down a little bit. My campaign stats area over on the right here. And we can use this drop down to determine the length of time that we want to view. But what we're really looking at here is the information regarding our sent email campaigns. Now it looks like I've sent a lot. That's because I'm an administrator for email marketing. You may only see your own, and if it's your first time coming in here, you might actually not have any stats yet because you haven't sent anything yet. Once you do, this information is going to populate for you. Because I'm an administrator and because I have been using the program, I do have some information here. So let's jump in and let's review what these statistics stand for. You have your sent emails, and sent is really just that. It's the number of emails sent within all recent campaigns. So within the last 30 days, I've sent 8 emails. Delivered is the number of emails successfully delivered to the email addresses on my recipient list for my sent emails. So I've sent out 8 emails and all 8 have been delivered. We'll come over here to opens. Opens is the number of times emails within recent campaigns have been opened. Now this number may be larger than the sent because when you think about it, recipients can open the email more than once, and that looks like what has happened here. You have clicks and unique clicks. Clicks is the number of times a recipient has clicked within a campaign. Unique clicks is the number of links clicked within a campaign. So what is the difference between the two of them? Clicks, you can click anywhere. You could click on the same link 5 times. It's going to be a click. So you may have 5 clicks and 1 unique click in that scenario because they're clicking on the same link 5 times. So uniquely, it's that 1 link, but the total number of clicks is 5. Bounced is the number of emails that were undeliverable. For whatever reason, the email address could have been wrong. There's a number of reasons for undeliverable emails, but that'll show up here in the bounced category. When we hop over to email balance, what are emails? They're the amount of recipient email addresses within an email campaign. The great part is, as an ESP subscriber, you're going to receive 50 free each month. You can buy more emails here. As you see, I have 100. Emails that you purchase will carry over. There's really no expiration date on those because you've purchased them. The monthly free emails will expire at the end of each month, but will be replenished with 50 more. The free emails are not cumulative. So if you have 50 emails and you don't use them, they will expire, and next month you will get 50 more. Let's move down here to your campaigns. In the Your Campaign section, each email campaign is displaying the same reporting data as above with the sent, delivered, opens, clicks, unique clicks, and bounced, but you can see that information for each campaign. We also have the export reports, so you have the option here to come in. You can choose the summary report, and that's going to download a CSV containing the information that is seen over here, or you can have a detail report, which again, it will download a CSV file, but that file is going to contain the click data, so you can see what links within that campaign have been clicked on. Okay, we're going to come up here. So let's get started with this program. Let's really get in and start using it. We're actually going to start over here, and we're going to create a list. So we'll come to create a list, we'll click on Get Started. Our first step is we're going to have to name our list. So I'm going to call it Autumn Mailing List, and I'll hit Create. There's 3 different ways that I can put contacts onto a mailing list. The first is to add them from my CRM. It's the same CRM up here, so all of my contacts that are in here, I can add from CRM. So now I'll have my number of contacts in my CRM. I can use these filters over here on the right. So let's say I want to add Sam Miller. I'll come over to S, scroll down. There she is. Click on her. And I can repeat this process as many times as I need to. This was just a demonstration. I wanted to show you that you can come in, you can hit search by using the search box right here. You can sort right here, or you can use these filters like I just did. You also have the option to click on this checkbox, and that'll check everybody that is currently displaying. So I currently have 42 contacts displaying. If I check this box, all of these contacts would be checked, and then I just click on Add, and that's going to move them over to my list right here. The next way that I can get contacts into a mailing list is to click on the Import File. This works the same way as importing contacts into a CRM. However, any contacts that are imported through here, they are going to be added into the mailing list, but they will not be imported into the CRM. So I'm going to click on my CSV file, browse my computer, okay, find my file, and click on Open. Once I see my file here, I'll click on Upload. And now I'm going to map the fields over. The fields that are showing with a green background have been automatically mapped, and that's because my header on my CSV file directly matched a mapping field. So my company name, first name, last name. Email hasn't been moved because the program wants me to tell it exactly which email this is. So this is a contact email for work. I'll map that field, and then I'll complete the import by clicking on this button here. It may take a second or two to be able to see that list. You can also try refreshing, sometimes that'll take it. As you saw when I was mapping, I had 2 people on my contact list. However, one of them was a duplicate and I only had the one imported. I also have the option to come over here and enter an individual name. If I needed to add a new contact, I could do so by using this right here. This is actually going to add them into my CRM as well. I need to enter a first name, a last name, and an email address. I can use the more details to enter more information about this contact if I need to, but it is optional. So after I would enter this information, I would click on Save. I have the 3 people that I want to send this campaign to, so my list is complete without this. So I'm just going to click on Cancel. Now that I've set my list and I know who I'm sending to, I'm ready to begin my campaign. I can click on the back button here. This is going to take me into the list management area. And in this area, I can delete lists, I can copy lists, I can move people from one list to another, but I can also create a campaign. So I'll create a campaign. I'm going to call it Autumn Mailer because it's my autumn mailing list. No one's going to see this name but me, so I can really call it whatever I want. I can say Autumn Mailer 2017 owner. The owner is going to be me. This information is going to pull automatically from your ESP account. Now the subject line here is going to show as the subject line of the email. So you maybe want to make it something kind of catchy and fun. So like, fall in love with these fall specials. And who is it from? This is going to display in the from field. So again, you may want to play with this a little bit, and we'll say your favorite distributor. So now I've named my campaign, it has an owner, I've written my subject line and I know who it's from. I'm going to click on Next and I'll be able to choose a template. Now, as I mentioned previously, there are supplier flyers that you're able to choose from. There's also categories. So if I wanted to come in and see what events were available to me, they don't really work for what I'm doing today, so I'm going to come back to All. And I look it over, I see awareness items, I see a Black Friday sale. So there's a couple of different supplier flyers we can choose from. The neat thing is with any supplier flyer, we have the ability, once we select it, to make it our own, to customize it. So let's do that with this one right here, this brand new stainless drinkware. So we're going to click on it. You see the big check mark there, tells us that we selected it. And we'll click on Next. So now we're moving from Choose a Template into the editor. And in the editor, we can make any changes we need to. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do in here is I want to customize my header. That's not my logo, that's Google's logo. So I'm going to come in, I'll click on it. I want to replace that image, grab my company logo, and hit open. I can resize it using this information right here. Okay, so if I need to resize it, I can do that. If I want to change this text over here, you'll notice I can highlight it, but I can't really click on it to edit it. It's because all of my management options for any of these content blocks is over here. So I'll click on Text. And let's just say I don't need the 9 digits, I just want that. And I want my name on it. So type my name, and I have my address. And you know what, let me add my phone number while I'm here. So now I've customized my header. I can add social media links, I can change the background if I need to. But for now, I'm done editing that header. I can look over the information. I can change any of this information on here. I can click on this section, I can replace this image, I can link it somewhere else if I want to. Anything I want to do. This looks pretty good to me. I like this flyer. I have my unsubscribe. The unsubscribe is necessary. It is absolutely required before sending out any email campaign in order to be in compliance in the United States with canned spam laws or to be compliant in Canada with the CASL. So you absolutely must have this. It is not able to be edited here, and I know it doesn't look real pretty because it has the comp name and address, but don't worry, once you send your campaign, that information is going to autofill from your ESP account. It's going to look very professional, and there's no need to worry because you know that you'll be in compliance with the laws of your respective country. So this looks pretty good to me. Again, I can add information as I need to. I'm going to demonstrate how to do that in just a minute when we create our own template, but I want to get this out to my customers. So I'm going to preview it. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Okay, as you noticed, it did open up in a new tab, so in order to get back to my email marketing, I'm just going to click on the X here and close that tab. And I'll save it. This saves the changes that I've made. And now I'll hit continue. I see my mailing list. All I need to do is click on it. And then I can either hit the next button all the way down here, or it's just easier for me to come up here and hit next. Now that we're on the send page, we can hover over here on the thumbnail and it's going to expand to show us the entire length of the mailer. We can edit the subject, which list, the from name, and the reply to email if we need to. Again, the reply to email is going to be pulling from the email address on our ESP account. We can see our current email balance. I'm using 3 emails for this campaign. I have 97 remaining. If I wasn't ready to send this quite yet, I have the option to save and close. I can then come back in and send it at a later time. I can schedule it for sending using the send later option. But I'm ready to get this out, so I'm just going to click on send email. And that's it. I see my congratulations, your email campaign is being successfully sent. So now we created a list, we created a brand new campaign using a supplier flyer, We made some edits to it, and then we sent it out. Now I'm ready to create something that's my own. I want to create a custom template. Where would I go to do that? I can hop right in here to this templates area. In the templates area, I have this build my own template button. This is going to prompt me to name my template. I'm going to call it October template and hit create. Okay, it's going to start me off with a blank page. So now I can pull my information over. I want a header, so I'll pull my header over. You see here I have the Facebook link, and that's because in the settings area, I had my Facebook link already input into there. So it's automatically pulling for me. I can edit it using the social media tab right here. So if I didn't want it, I can remove it, or I can update it to point somewhere. I can add a Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, or Pinterest if I needed to. In the text area, I can change whatever I need to. So for example, instead of having my address, I want my name, I want my email address. And I'll put in my phone number here. Let's say I wanted to make this bold and red. No problem. I have my text right here. Make it red, make it bold. All set. Okay, let me scroll up real quick because I still want to add my logo. So I'll come over to logo right here, replace that file, click on my logo, and it's in there. It looks a little bit wide for me, but that's okay because I can edit the width right here. I also have the option to link it so that when anybody clicks on my logo, they're automatically going to be brought to my website. Now I'm done editing my header, and I'll click on the Done Editing Header link. This is going to bring me back to my content blocks, and I can continue to add information over as I see fit. So I really want to do like a product spotlight. So my October template is a product spotlight for a specific product. So I'm going to drop that here. I can choose a product right now. I don't have to. I can always change this product later. But I want to feature this mug, so I'll click on it and I can hit Add Products. If you didn't have a product saved onto your clipboard or in your projects, the product search is available here. You can enter a keyword or a product number. You can also enter a supplier name if you need to, and then you hit search. I have this mug saved, so I'm going to add it. And it adds some basic information. I can use this section over here to make any changes I need to. I can link the product somewhere if I wanted to. It's up to me. I'm very happy with how this looks, so I'm going to say I'm done editing that product. So now I have my header and I have my product. I can add additional information as I see fit. I can add a button. A button is going to be able to link to a specific URL. So if I wanted to link, let's say, to my ESP website, I could just drag my button over. I can change what the button says. So I can say buy now. Okay, so let's say I did want to link to my ESP website. I could type or paste that URL right here. You really can make any changes that you want to make to this button. So even if I wanted to make the background color red, done. Okay, so now I'm done editing that button. Everything looks good. Again, I can continue pulling over content blocks as I need. The page is just going to continue to expand to accommodate them. The one thing that I must make sure to include is this unsubscribe. And again, as I mentioned before, it is not able to be edited, but it is a very important piece of any campaign mailing because it enables you to be in compliance with CAN spam and CASL laws. So I'll click back to content blocks. If I wanted to add more, I can just continue dragging and dropping and modifying. For me, for today, this looks pretty good. I'm very happy with this. So I'm going to save it. And now in order to be able to use my template in a campaign, this is a very important step. I need to come into my templates area. I can search for it so I don't have to scroll too far. As you can see, it's a partial match search, so I can just start typing and the template name that matches what I've typed is going to be displayed. I need to come down here, hover on the template, and click on this Publish. Clicking on this publish will enable this template to be used for future campaigns. Am I sure I want to publish it? Absolutely. So I'm going to click on yes. So far in this webinar, we've made a custom list. We've built one campaign using a template from a supplier that we've edited. We've created a template completely from scratch. Now what we're ready to do is send a brand new campaign using our newly created template and sending it to our newly created list. To do this, let's start in the campaigns area. We'll come in, we'll click on Create Campaign. What campaign is this? This is October Specials. Again, the owner is automatically pulled from my ESP account, so it's going to show my username. We're going to come down and write a subject line. I'm going to say, can you handle this? So can you handle this, and who is it from? Well, it's from your mug lady. Okay, so I've named my campaign, I have an owner, I have my subject line and who is it from, and they kind of play off each other. I'm going to click on Next to go ahead and choose my template. Again, I have the option to come in here and search my templates, and I can type the template name, or I can go to My Templates, and this is where any templates that I've previously created and published are going to be listed. I see my October template, so I'll select it, click on Next. Just as when we were editing the supplier template, we have the option to come in here. We can edit any information, we can add additional information. It's up to us, but I just created this and it looks pretty good, so I'm very happy. I'm going to go ahead and continue. Check off that autumn mailing list. Going to hit Next, and I'm back at this end. Again, I can change any of this information right here using these edit buttons. I have my email balance. I used 3. I started with 100. I used 3 for the previous campaign. I'm using 3 for this one. So I will have 94 remaining. If I needed to, I can buy more emails right from here. So this October special I want to send out on a Monday morning. And as you can see, it's Tuesday at 10:30. So I can't really send it now because it's not bright and early on Monday morning. I want to send it later. I'm going to come in. I selected Send Later. I'll use the calendar icon. I'm going to send it on Monday the 23rd. And I don't want to send it at 10 a.m. I want to send it bright and early at 9 o'clock. I have my time zone right here, so I know that this email campaign is going to go out at 9 o'clock a.m. on 10/23. This looks great to me. If I wanted to send a test email to myself just so I can look it over before I send it, I just enter my email address here and click on the Send Test button. I know what it's going to look like. I'm okay with this, so I'm going to schedule my email. In the campaign section, I want to make sure that it is scheduled, so I'm going to come in and I'm going to look for October. So I'm going to type in Oct, and I'll see here it is scheduled. I can cancel it if I need to. I don't want to. But I see here's my October specials. It was created by ESP user, which is me, and the schedule date is October 23rd at 9 a.m. I want to check out my autumn, so I just type autumn right here in the search box, and lo and behold, recently sent campaigns. It's currently processing, but once it's finished processing, it will be sent out. I just got a notification that my email came through. So let's say I am the client. This is what my client's going to see. This is that autumn mailer campaign that we sent out. And as you can see, it fills in my information right down here. I also just wanted to point out that if you are using the email marketing program and you do need assistance while you're in here, you have this help and support option over on the side. You can just open this up and we have helpful articles on how to use different aspects of the email marketing program. You can also click on this training button, click on training options for distributors, and you can attend an on-demand webinar for email marketing by clicking on this link right here. That concludes our training session for today. I would like to thank everyone for attending. If you need additional assistance, please feel free to call our technical product support team Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time at 800-546-1350, prompt 2, or you can review articles using the ASI Knowledge Base at kb.asicentral.com. Thank you all again, and have a wonderful day.